And they'll go ground game here with the tailback. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4. Looking to throw. Mason. And that is incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on 4th down. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. This is taken at the 18. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
This one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. Gun now on 3rd down. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
They had a good game catching the ball in the backfield a week ago, and they're going to try and involve him in that way in this game as well. But you can tell scouting is taking over. They're making it a little bit more difficult.
Yeah, defensively, they told us, hey, we've got to take him out of the passing game, limit it to just short runs, because he can really impact this offense. Now this offense ready to head back out there. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to hear that, but that's the case. What are they fighting for now going forward?
You know exactly what they're fighting for is that word that some people don't want to hear, but it's pride.
Draft. Oh, okay. Yeah. I was going to go draft, but pride's better, right?
You know something? You're right, because that's part of it, but that's 2 different mindsets. That's front office mindset, draft position, where are we going to be and what do we need to get? And then the players and the coaching staff right now, pride. Can they win some games and feel better about themselves despite the fact they have no shot at the playoffs?
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Mason. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Back to throw. Mason. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. A short gain there of just 4, and that'll bring up a 4th down.
They dialed up the screen pass on third down, and for a second, it looked like it was all going to come together, and they had a chance to pick up a first down, but the defense got there and finished it off.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Fielded at the 20. An 8-yard return there after a punt of 47. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Turner. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 19 yards that time for number 19. First down, he'll drop to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook. Pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys? Coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night, guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. So 2 first downs, and that moves the ball to the 42 now, 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Underwood. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Flush to his right. And he'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
And into the red zone now, and Charles, they told us offense in the red zone was a focus this week in practice.
A huge priority, and the key was to get points, so you know that all the time during the week they talk.
And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. In for the score. And the Packers have taken the early lead. Well, these guys have won 3 straight ball games, and another good start to this one out to the 6-0 lead.
And I've talked with so many different coaches, as have you, along the way, and they always talk about winning streaks and the mood of a team and how much easier it is to actually prepare during that time. Guys are sharp, guys are focused, everyone's feeling good, and we're seeing it early in this one.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. And here now the offense heading back out there. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all. And let's face it, every facility we visit, Everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
Throwing to start the drive. Mason. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. They'll give him a yard on the play, and it'll make it a second down. Back alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It'll be Salt Lake football here as we get ready to start quarter number 2. They've got a 2nd and 9 to start things out. Operating from the gun, Mason. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly. To throw on 2nd down. Mason. The completion good. This is Eric Ebron. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. His first catch, good for 9 and a first down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. And they'll go with a ground attack here. And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47. They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play. Now a handoff looking right. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49. Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far. And after that last run, not much is going to change in that area. He hasn't been able to get anything going. And really the offensive line not helping him much. To throw on 3rd down, Mason. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That one goes for 29 yards on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Mason. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half. Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Mason. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 12. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. And able to get this one out just shy of the 25 at the 24. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. Back to throw now on first down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. Back with more after this. So 2nd and inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker. They'll set up to throw. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise. Because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
And he comes back with one complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on first down. And this is caught at the 8. And that one results in 35 yards.
Now that play will end up on the highlights, and you'll see it all over the place. But what you won't see, the offensive line that bought the extra time, that allowed for the big completion downfield, those guys made that play possible.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And he slings one that's incomplete.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss him? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
He'll get it up the middle, and he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown. A great play there. His 9th touchdown of the season, and the Packers add 6 to their lead. Point after, right down the middle, and it's now 14-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Now this offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board.
Come on, let's go! Ryan 38!
Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. They give him a gain of 38.
So what's the old expression that quarterbacks like to use when they decide to throw the football? I'm looking for either a touchdown or a check down. And he took the check down on that play, and it worked almost to perfection.
He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
This defense is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. To throw again. Mason going for the deep ball. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stop. So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since. From the gun, Mason. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he gets it down to the 32. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout called. Now a timeout coming here defensively. As on 4th down, may as well make him punt it. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. This is a 49-yard attempt, right hash. And that is not going to get there. Oh, he missed it short. It's no good. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. So it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They've got the lead as well as we are underway in the 3rd quarter. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. The throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it, and it took the ball off course. So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. Now back to throw. And he comes back with one complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down. This quarterback now 11 of 16 through the air. It's 1st and 10. They're going to look to throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. He's got a man complete. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. second touchdown on the season. And the Packers add on to their lead. Point after try forthcoming. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 21-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
Play action. Mason. Ebron caught left side. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? And it sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Throwing on first down. Mason. Packer pressure, and down he goes. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down.
Ohio!
Operating from the gun. Mason. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. Gets around him. The Red Sea parts, and there he goes. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. Thought they had something going there to break that goose egg here in the second half, but to no avail.
Hope was alive until that interception. What a terrific play, taking the ball away after it looked like they were starting a drive.
And now that shutout still standing. You know that's something those defensive guys hold a lot of pride on, too.
No doubt about it. They are excited about where they are in this game. Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. And on the ground they go with a running back. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. A great effort there. His 10th touchdown of the season, second of the game. And his guys capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Extra point attempt here still to come. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 28-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. So out now comes the offense back onto the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Now they try the right side here. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And this has been a recurring theme tonight for sure. Nowhere to run. Back to the line of scrimmage, that's all. No gain that time, and it leaves them with 3rd and 11 coming up. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 11.
Ohio!
From the gun, Mason. He's going to let this one go deep. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Now, he's been a busy man out of the backfield. They've looked his way quite a bit so far in this game.
Nice job there defensively, though, adjusting, because a couple of his earlier catches, he was wide open. Not that time.
You mentioned the key word, adjustment. A better cover man on him now in space.
Now let's see how the offense still out there. They elect to go on 4th and 11.
Ohio!
They'll try and throw for it here. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And now, boy, the ball's going to go over on downs here inside the 10-yard line. The 3 red zone trips, 3 touchdowns so far. They'll look for a 4th on 2nd and goal.
Coming to you.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. His pass caught at the 4. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
They'll give it to him up the middle. And this is not going to do it as he's stopped at the 2-yard line. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. Stonewalled on 2nd down. Now let's see what they can do on 3rd and goal from the 2. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown. A great play there. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Packers are pouring it on. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead will swell by 1 more. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Now this offense about ready to take over again. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. And he's got his man on the out route. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down. Back live here now in Salt Lake City. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. This quarterback now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Now a handoff looking right. Given 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Right back to him on 1st down. And this will be taken across midfield and into Green Bay territory. A gain of 3, 2nd down. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Mason. Now they go screen. It's complete. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I've thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Yeah, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out. The offense on 3rd down tonight, just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent. And now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Now they try the right side here. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And some space here. Touchdown, Packers. A big play there. His 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Packers continue to roll. So another score there. Often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. This is taken about 7 yards deep. What a spin. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Out comes this offensive unit as they get set to take over here. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because his confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
Seems pretty obvious defensively. A key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
The last completion actually lost a yard, so now they'll need to convert on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Mason. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. And they finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 34. It's a big play there on 3rd down. 48 yards. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. They go play action here on 1st down. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Jair Alexander, and he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. Now a handoff looking right. And a decent gain there as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. They'll run it now out of the gun. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. The Packers on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. They'll set up a throw. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line. It's a big play for the Pack on 3rd. And even 40 yards. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. The tackle there by LaMarcus Joyner.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
And they'll go on the ground. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
Really strong, effective run there out of a power set or a heavy set. 3 tight ends in the game, and that's tough for a defensive coordinator. They want to spot that lineup coming into the game early so they can get the proper defensive personnel on the field. That's why the coordinator is relying on some of the assistants to tell him what offensive personnel is hitting the field so he can adjust accordingly. They weren't able to stop him on that run.
And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Hey, when you get good yardage like that on 1st down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. And that rushing touchdown is 4th, puts him just 1 shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it, but he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here in this one.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. A spin. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. And now back out comes the offense. They are down big. They have not scored a single point. I don't know. Are they so defeated at this point you just want to get in the locker room, get the heck out of here?
That is one way to approach it. Sometimes coaches say, that's it, okay? It hasn't worked all game. There's no sense in doing something now. Let's get out of here. No one gets hurt. But others will look at it and say, we still have an opportunity to do something.
On the line.
Exactly. You have pride on the line, execution as you look forward and get ready for your next game, and a message to your team. We're not going to quit. No matter what the battle is, we're going to finish this thing out.
So 2nd in inches after that 1st down completion went just shy of the marker. So Charles are able to complete what so often seems to be elusive, a shutout in the NFL. And maybe what's fitting is they ended the game on the field, that defensive unit on the field. What an exclamation mark.
And probably felt like they could go another 60 minutes without anyone putting points on the board against them. That's the confidence you gain throughout when you're pitching a shutout. And they're going to leave the stadium feeling like they're all 10 feet tall.
So for the Packers, they continue to keep pace for that first-round bye as they move to 11-1. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week. Meanwhile, for the home team here, it's another week with more questions than answers as they fall to 3-9. And they will get a home date next week as they will take on the Dallas Cowboys. Thanks for tuning in.